What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Australian cuisine tier list. So we've got all of these wonderful things here that we're going to rank. We're going to pop them in S tier. Let's change it. We got S. Oh, can I not change? Okay. So S tier, A tier, B, C, D, F. I'm just gonna go F and then never tried. I don't know if there's anything on here that I haven't tried. It all seems pretty standard, Australian-ish. But all right, let's just get started. So first thing is aeroplane jelly. I may have an unpopular opinion here, but I fucking hate jelly of all kinds. I cannot stand it. I don't like the texture. The taste sucks. The only time in which I would consume jelly is in a Jell-O shot, and that is such an infrequent thing that it's just not even on my radar ever. I think jelly stinks. Hate it in cakes. Hate it in everything. Sucks. Don't like jelly. Boo. Come at me. Fantails. So I probably should explain also what these are, because there's probably some non-Australians here being like, what is anything? So fantails. Fantails are a caramel candy that's coated in chocolate, but why people really like I'm just putting them here as like what I'm explaining to. What really makes fantails cool is that they have like fun facts on them, and that it's normally like movie star related, so it has like a little write up and says like Johnny Depp was the star of the Pirates of the Caribbean, and like some fun facts about people. So that's where the fan thing, like fantails, comes in. If you don't dribble as you're eating the outside, yeah, they make you dribble because the caramel on the inside's like pretty hard. It's really chewy. It gets caught up in your teeth. So we're gonna also rank these from like flavor to mouth experience and probably packaging as well, and ease of like eating. So the good thing about these is they are individually wrapped. So you can like, if you go in for a handful, it's not like cross-contaminating. So that's kind of neat about them. They'd be good for like dropping into Halloween candy boxes and stuff like that. I like the taste of fantails. Now that I'm someone who has like wires in my teeth after having Invisalign and braces, I would not go for a fantail because it's going to get all stuck in there. It's going to be a pain to clean out. So I wouldn't probably eat them now, but I definitely, going back to my younger self, definitely was a pretty big fan of fantails. Not S tier, probably not A tier. I'd probably put them in like B tier. I think they're like pretty good. I would never say no to a fantail, but I probably wouldn't go out and buy a whole packet of them just to have, you know. So they're like pretty good, but not like incredible, but not like crappy. So they're in the middle. Welcome, Jero. This is going to give you some education for when you live here. The snacks to look out for, maybe. So next up is freckles. So we're going to just put them in C while I'm talking. I wish I could just put them like in the middle, but freckles. So freckles are basically a chocolate button covered in hundreds and thousands. Hundreds and thousands are like sugary little colorful things that is like the sprinkles that I sucked to my lips when we did the donut makeup. So freckles, I'm a big fan of freckles. I love them. I think they're a great combination. I love anything with chocolate pretty much, and the hundreds and thousands add like a nice texture and a nice crunch to them. I really like freckles. Would I say that they're an S? I don't really have any gripes with freckles, and there's also like a I guess you call it like an artisan chocolate tier here in SA. I think they distribute outside of SA, but they're made in South Australia, called Haig's Chocolate, and their chocolate freckles, baby. If I'm going to Haig's, I'm buying chocolate freckles. They are so freaking good. So maybe they are an S tier. These are like Allen's ones. I haven't actually had the Allen's ones, but just like freckles in general are really good. So because they're not Haig's ones, I'll put them in A. If they were Haig's, they would go in A tier, no doubt. I've actually never had those giant chocolate freckles because I feel like there's no way in hell the chocolate's like a good quality chocolate. It'd be like that crappy, you know, the crappy Easter egg ones, or like the ones you get, like, you know, the chocolate, the Christmas chocolate that you get in like big bags that's just kind of crap chocolate, but it's just shaped like Santa. Yeah, nah. So because they're not Haig's, we'll put them in A. I think they're great, but they're not the best ones. Jaffas. Okay. Bloody Jaffas, mate. Jaffas are like an orange flavored candy. So they're a hard exterior, like a hard shell. They're a red hard shell. And then it's like chocolatey in the middle and it's orange flavored. Not for everyone. Some people, I feel like Jaffas are either love or hate. You either buy a packet of Jaffas every week and eat them, or you hate them. I don't mind the combination between orange and chocolate. Like the, what are those oranges that you can get? I can't remember the brand of them. They're like actually an orange and you peel it apart and it's like little chocolatey segments. They're delicious. So Jaffas kind of taste the same. Terry's chocolate orange, those ones. Yeah, I like Jaffas. I would put Jaffas in the same tier as Fantails, to be honest. You had one the other day. I love a Jaffa or 7,000. Yeah, exactly. I think they're pretty top tier. They're not like the best thing ever. I wouldn't put them in the same. I would go Freckles over Jaffas any day of the week. But to be honest, Jaffas are better than Fantails. Are Fantails in C? Nah, I think that's fair. Minties. So Minties have a fun experience because they have little funny doodles on them. And no, that's not slang for penises. They have like little drawings on them and they have like fun little scenarios. And it's like, oh, in this situation, you need a minty. So they have like funny little sketches on them when, I don't even know, I'm trying to think of an example of one, but it's like someone's walking around, their wig blows off their head or something. I don't know. So it's like an unfortunate situation. They're literally just mint. So chewy, so sticky, so hard to get out of your mouth. I don't really rate, like, I would not go out of my way to buy a minty or eat a minty. They have a great experience because of the wrapping. And again, individually wrapped means good for sharing. They're just like, I just don't like mint that much. Like I would go a hard crown mint over a minty, I think, because this shit just gets so stuck in your teeth and it's so chewy and it's like it's just impossible to eat. So I'm going to put them in. They're not as bad as jelly. Like this is inedible. This is the inedible tier. They're not inedible. They're a little bit better than that. They have a fun experience. So they maybe get up a little bit. And if they're in like a cold, say you keep some in your car and it's been really cold, if you go to eat a minty, it's actually like chewing into concrete. Like there's no way. And if it's too hot, they melt and they just explode everywhere. So yeah, not great. I'm not going to buy them. If there's one there, maybe I'll go for it, but only if I don't have to talk or use my mouth for like the next 30 minutes. So yeah, not a huge minty fan. Next we have, is that Party Mix? Alan's Party Mix. Love a Party Mix. Such a big fan. This is not the retro Party Mix. So it has raspberries, snakes, the fake bananas, the little cars, I think, and red frogs, maybe? They might also have the milk bottles. I'm not sure. These are probably one of the candies that I buy the most. These also are the old names. So what are these called now? We'll deal with that once I get to it. But yeah, they're not called that anymore. Yeah, Party Mix. Party Mix is pretty heckin' good. I don't think it's the best thing ever because Red Rippers, thank you. Oh, I think it has the strawberries in it. Because they are like an assortment, I do find a lot of the time the ratios are whack. You'll get like one red snake and then all yellows or all oranges. And I'm just like, not about that life. So not perfect. This is like the perfect snack with no flaws. This has a little bit of flaws. Sometimes the variation in them, you get like a couple good things and the rest is just like all the giant bananas, which I don't mind the giant bananas, but I want variation in my party mixes. So I'm going to put it in A. I think it's around the same as Freckles, but not the greatest. I mean, they're pretty freaking good, but you don't like the bananas. They're not for everyone because they don't taste like banana. They're like fake banana flavor. It's kind of weird. Kind of like the fake watermelon lolly taste. Like if you like watermelon, you're not necessarily going to like the fake watermelon flavor. Same as bananas. So Red Rippers. Red Rippers are, I don't even know what the flavor is meant to be. Raspberry or something. They're kind of similar to Minties. They're like a long strip of just hard red candy that if it's too cold, it's like concrete. If it's too hot, they're really squishy. People put these in vodka and make like Red Ripper vodka. It's a nice flavor. Yeah, it's raspberry. It's pretty nice. I'd probably rate it above Minties just because, yeah, just because the flavor's way better than a Minty. The same deal though, gets stuck in your teeth. Bit of an awkward thing to eat. You're going to be going like this for like a while after you've eaten it. Yeah. I know, I just starting to realize how much all of our shit is chewy. Individually wrapped, which is cool for sharing. I think a lot of people have like a story about eating them when you were a kid and it like pulling out your baby teeth. I'm pretty sure that happened to me as well. It happened with Skittles. I know that much, but it's similar vibes. So I think Redskins are in a C. They're not, I wouldn't rate them as high as a Fantail because they're kind of big as well. I think they sit nicely in C. The strawberry and cream candies, I love them. I think they're one of the best thing in any assortment of candies. They're not an S tier, but they're definitely like so fucking good. Oh, are they an S tier? I'm just looking here and thinking, what is going to be S tier if not? They're pretty perfect. Like great consistency. They're like so the bottom part is, I'm just going to explain these like you've never heard of them. They're like cream on the bottom and then the top is like, and the cream is like really soft and almost like spongy, I would say. And then the top is like more of a traditional, like almost like a red frog, but in the shape of a strawberry. So mix them two together, you get a strawberry, you get a cream flavor. I think they're S tier. My mouth's watering. What is this? I'm going to assume these are Anzac Bickies because they're pretty, I don't think they're Subway cookies. Let's assume these are Anzac Bickies. So Anzac Bickies are an Aussie Bicky, an Aussie cookie, if you shall, if you may, if you will. So Anzac Bickies, what do Anzac Bickies have in them? Coconut, I would say ginger. What's in an Anzac biscuit? Biscuit recipe. Oats. Ah, yes. I don't think I've ever made them. I have bought them on occasion. Anzac Bickies have rolled oats, desiccated coconut, flour, sugar, golden syrup. Yeah, so they're kind of like syrupy, oatsy things. It kind of depends. I guess it depends which ones we're talking about. Let's just assume we're talking like homemade ones because I personally like my cookies a little bit chewy. I'm not a fan of like a hard crunch when it comes to a biscuit. So assuming that they're handmade, I would definitely be making them to be like having a bit of texture, but also having like a nice chewy consistency. So maybe like a little bit of crunchy goldenness on the outside and then like a nice chewy sensation in the middle. Anzac biscuits are pretty freaking good biscuits. Yeah, fresh ones. As soon as they start getting a little bit stale, then they get a bit harder. Yeah, dude. Anzac biscuits are pretty freaking good. It depends, like, it's hard to rate them against candies as well. Outside crunch with a chewy center. Hell yeah. Man, let's think. If I'm gonna go for a snack, you gotta think if this is all sitting out on a table and you've got a table of Freckles and Party Mix and Fantails and Jaffas, are you gonna reach for an Anzac Bicky over those things? I think so. I think I'd be putting it in the A tier. If there was a tray of freshly baked Anzac cookies, I would probably go for that over like anything else in this list so far. We have to probably get them all. God, are they an S tier? It's so situational because sometimes, like, especially if you've got like, if it's a cool, you know, cool kind of breezy afternoon and you've got a warm cup of hot chocky or a coffee or a tea or something, how could you resist an Anzac biscuit? But then if you're sitting down, hey Jib, if you're sitting down about to watch a movie and you've got, you know, Freckles and Party Mix and strawberry creams, a little coffee dip. I think they're an S tier. They're pretty freaking good. All right, next we have Boost Juice. So Boost Juice is, I guess, kind of like Jamba Juice in America. It's just like a smoothie place, a like healthy drink place, which you can take with a grain of salt. It's still got a fuck ton of sugar in it. Boost juice, I really like because it's convenient and every 10 you get a free one, which is pretty decent. They're not stupidly overpriced. They like can basically be an entire meal because you can get ones that are like protein shakes that have like 2,000 calories. I really like a Wonder Melon. A Wonder Melon's nice. I had one the other day. What did I have, Jeff? It was like a lychee mango crush or something, and that was nice. I really like Boost juice. I think Boost juice is S tier. Like if I'm going outside of, I feel like there's a different scenario for a Boost juice and a boba. A boba, I feel like Boost juices are the ultimate. Like it's hot. We're walking around the mall or walking around down the beach and we're going to get a nice cool drink. And it's just like Boost juice is no question. Boba's good, but I feel like boba, I usually just like to pair that when we're having like sushi or something. Yeah, they have vegan options, which is awesome. Because there's lots of like yogurts and milks and things like that. I think Boost juice is an S tier. I really like Boost juice. I think they're great. Choc raspberry boost. Yum. Oh man, Jerry, you'll love it. We'll take you to Boost juice when you come here. Buffalo Bill. Buffalo Bill is an ice cream that is in the shape of like a cowboy man. And the nose is bubblegum. But it's really shitty bubblegum. And the ice cream, I think is the yellow banana, the pink is strawberry, and the brown is chocolate. I think that's what it is. And I think it's got like a chocolate backing on it. It's been a long time since I've had a Bubbly Bill. The 3 bite, you eat the ice cream and then you get like 3 bites of flavor from the chewing gum, and then it's just disgusting. It's fun. It's got a fun experience, but a lot of the time, where's my blur? A lot of the time, this is more what you're getting. Looks like it. Like, this is what... Wait, so here's the expectations. Okay, so expectation versus reality. That's not actually what it looks like, but they don't often look this nice. They often look pretty janky. Honestly, not the best. I probably would... they seem like a fun idea. The ice cream's not that good. The bubblegum kind of sucks. They're a fun shape, but for me, I don't anticipate a situation where I would eat a Bubbly Bill, apart from maybe if I was like sweating in 48-degree heat and someone was like, you want this? And I had no other choice. So it's not inedible, but it's not something I'm going to go get. So that's kind of where we are at. So this is like the best thing ever. This is like pretty good, but not the best thing ever. This is like passable. This is like meh. This is like double meh. And this is inedible and then never tried. And they melt super fast. Yeah, they're not great. Not great at all. It's like sangria is too good wine. It's a way to show so shitty ice cream. The turd is rolled in glitter, yeah. Is that Bundaberg ginger beer? And the lemon lime, cool. So Bundaberg ginger beer is just like a ginger beer. It's pretty self-explanatory, just a soft drink. Plenty of sugar in it. Lovely on a... Oh, sometimes ginger ale and ginger beer just hits fucking different. I really, really like ginger beer. That specific brand I don't really opt for. But we're just going to talk blankly, I suppose, about ginger beer. I love ginger beer and ginger ale. I think it's like one of the best drinks, especially paired with the right type of stuff. Like if you have ginger beer on the side with sushi, it is so delicious. I love pairing it with like the right type of stuff. Love a ginger beer. I think it's one of the best drinks. Probably not S tier, but it's pretty freaking good. And the lemon lime one is also very, very, very good. It's kind of tastes like Solo, which is just like lemony flavor stuff. Hey Nate, how's it going? Hey Choco, what's up? Yeah, ginger beer and that. If you haven't tried these, they're pretty decent. Definitely worth. Bunning Snag. Good old Bunnos. Yeah, it's a ginger flavors like a lot as well. Like it's not a subtle flavor at all, and it gives you like that burn sensation kind of in your mouth as well. So it can be a bit of a weird feeling if you're not into it. Bunnings Snag. So Bunnings Warehouse in Australia, if you're not from here, is a tool shop, like a warehouse, like what is it? Like a hardware store, tool shop. They have lighting, they have kitchen stuff, they've got paint, they've got tools, they've got everything. Hardware store on, like Home Depot. Yeah. So Bunnings is also, they have like a little tent gazebo thing out the front always on weekends, especially, where people can have like sausage sizzles to support their charities or whatever that they're trying to support. So it's normally, I think it's normally on the weekends, but you can get like a sausage in bread. So it's just like a beef sausage or whatever in the whitest bread possible, and then drizzled with sauce or whatever, and then normally caramelized onion if you want that. The price did increase recently. It's a meat tube taco. Yeah, so bunny snack. So I mean, it's like I feel like it's everyone's gonna think I'm un-Australian, but the smell is better than the flavor. Like you get drawn in by the smell, and it's got to be the right situation, I feel like, to have one, because sometimes they hit and sometimes you're just like Like we've been to Bunnings many times, and I don't often go for the snack because like we've eaten or we're having lunch or something, but like the smell was just like, you know, in cartoons when the characters have the smell lines and they're like floating like a genie towards the smell. It's kind of like that sometimes. But then like it's just a sausage and bread, you know? Yeah, exactly. It was always convenient. It was always like super cheap, but now they're like $4 or whatever. It used to be like $1 or something, and now it's like $4, and it's like meh. When we went last time, the sign was like pretty poorly written, so it said like sausage $4 and then drinks $2. And Jeff was like, "Grace, they've got $2 donuts," and I was like, "Jeff, that says drinks." He was so devastated. Oh shit. I think I'm gonna leave it where it is in C tier. It's not the greatest thing. It's not inedible. It's a little bit more than inedible, but it's like overrated. It's like it's become such a culture and such a meme thing now. It's like whatever. It's not even good. Overrated. And when it's you and I go into Bunnings, we leave with our hands full. Yeah, exactly. For sure. This is gonna take a while. Holy shit. I don't think there's anything I haven't tried though. All right, burger rings. Burger rings are pretty much what they sound. They're like a chip, basically, that are a ring, and they taste like burgers. I used to love these when I was a kid. I probably couldn't tell you the last time that I had them. They're fine. They hurt your mouth a lot because they're really rough textured. It's kind of like an onion ring. They're kind of fun. They're kind of like Cheezels in a sense, because I used to always put them on my fingers when I was a kid because they were little, and just be like, I've got burger rings on my fingers. So that was kind of fun when you were a kid, but beyond that. It tastes nothing like burgers as well. Yeah, I don't really rate them. As with these, besides it being the only option on a table, I probably can't think of a situation. I definitely wouldn't ever buy a packet of burger rings unless I was like starving to death and someone offered it to me. It's not inedible, but it's like not that good. Cadbury dairy milk. Oh boy. I think it's got to be there. Cadbury's pretty fucking good. I don't think it's as good as, because I'm thinking S tier, like best stuff I've ever eaten. These are up there. It's pretty good. Starting to get real spenny. I mean, everything is, I suppose. But I remember when you used to be able to get like a full, there'd be like the 2 big blocks of dairy milk. It'd be like 2 for $2 or 2 for $3 or whatever. And now it's like $4 or whatever for a whole block. It's crazy. So expensive. Allen Snakes dipped in melted Cadbury chocolate and put in the fridge. Hell yeah. I wasn't allowed fun shit like that when I was a kid. I had to wait till I had my own car and money. 1 brand of chocolate, 4 shitty variations of oat. And look at all the up and goes, which I haven't actually had any of those. I've had one of them. Yeah, bit weird. It was the best one I could find. There were some real shit ones in there. Yeah, I think it's not the best thing ever, but it's like really good. So Calippos. So Calippos are an ice cream that come in a tube. They have different like fruity flavors. I don't think I've tried half of those variations, but I've definitely had like the lemon limey ones. I think there's like a mango one. These are a staple when I was a kid from the canteen. So good in summer because we were just like outside for lunch in the fucking heat. So we would do anything we could to cool down. So Calippo's were always the go-to because they were cheap and they were easy to eat. And then you got like that little bit of juice at the bottom. You'd like save it a little bit and let it like get smushy. And then at the end, you just do that like shot of just delicious sugary goodness. That was great. I definitely think they're an A tier. They're probably one of the best ice creams. Way better than a Bubbly Bill. Are Paddle Pops on here? Okay, I see some good ice creams. Yeah, okay. We got some other ice creams to choose from. I'm not sure. Caramello koala is pretty much exactly what it sounds like. It's a chocolate shaped as a koala with caramel in the center. Super gooey caramel, usually melted. It's very hard to keep their structural integrity. And then if you put it in the fridge, the caramel gets all like hard. They're pretty great. I do rate them quite highly. Like the best time of year when I was a kid was when the school would do the charity drive things with the boxes of chocolates, and you go home and you'd have like 40 caramello koalas in this massive box, and you'd just be like, take one of them and put $2 in. It was the best. Love caramello koalas. Are they as good as Freckles? Allen's? Probably not A tier. I reckon they're a B tier. Yeah. You bite into it and the camera just like, if it's gooey. Cheetos. Are Cheetos Australian? I remember them being, did they shrink or did we get bigger dressed? Cheetos balls. I ate a lot of these actually as a kid. They're a really fun texture. They're really crunchy. They're just like cheesy. I think Cheetos are everywhere. They're not the cheese and bacon, I don't think. It just says cheese. Maybe it is the bacon. If it's cheese and bacon, I ate far too many of these when I was a child. Love cheese and bacon balls. I think they're probably a B. I don't think they're quite this good, but they're like pretty high tier. Same with Cheezels. I don't think Cheezels. I don't think they're any other balls without the bacon aspect. Was that a joke I don't get? Cheezels. I think these are nicer. Cheezels are fun because of the shape, but also every time you bite into one because of the shape, it would just create a shard and it would cut the fuck out of your mouth. So Cheezels get a strike for being like mouth hurty. These didn't mouth hurty, but these made your fingers really messy. Oh, there's no just cheese ones? Ah, okay. Gotcha. Yeah, I guess because Cheezels are cheese, maybe they were like, we need to be different, otherwise we won't work. Our foods also hurt our face. Yeah, Cheezels, I'm not like a huge fan of. I wouldn't, if I had the choice to buy one of these, I'd buy the Cheetos for sure over the Cheezels. Cherry Ripe, not for everybody. Not a lot of people like Cherry Ripe. I feel like it's kind of like the Jaffas. You love it or you hate it. I love a Cherry Ripe, especially a double dipped dark Cherry Ripe. That is a dark double dipped Cherry Ripe is S tier. So this is going to do A tier. But oh my God, the double dipped one. Oh, yeah. Cherry Ripe and Turkish Delight. And Crunchy. I feel like Crunchy's not for everyone. And also Aero. Very divisive. Also Picnic, because a lot of people are literally like allergic to peanuts. But yeah, I personally love them all. There's not really any chocolate bars that I don't really like. I probably wouldn't go for like a minty Aero bar because I don't really like mint that much with chocolate, but there is mint slice, which is also a bit divisive. We'll get to that. So yeah, Cherry Ripe. If it was a dark double dipped one, that'd be S tier in my opinion. What are these called? Crackles? Yeah, Choc Aero is way better. They're always, oh my God, the nougat ones. Cherry Ripe's are always at the checkout too. They are always the impulse buy because you're like, how? This is just a little Cherry Ripe. What's wrong with that? Are these chocolate crackles? This is like a staple in primary school. Like you make these en masse. So much of this in childhood. So yummy. So mouth hurty though, but so gooey. Oh my God, I love honey logs. And the summer rolls as well. Are they Australian? I don't think so. These are pretty great. I'm going to be unpopular opinion. I'm probably not going to S tier them. I think they are probably... They're such a fun... Oh man, they were so fun to eat when you were a kid though. Hey, like just pulling them apart and like nomming. Where do you belong? I feel like A tier. If I had the... Oh, but if I had the choice on a table... If there was a table with Anzac biscuits or chocolate crackles, I think purely for the nostalgia factor, I would go the crackle because it's been years and years and years since I've ever had them. So I think they're S tier. Like if that was on a table and all of these things are also there, I'd probably go for the crackle. There you go. Never thought. Is that just Cocoa Pop cereal? I think so. I wasn't really the little greasy bit at the bottom. That was the best part. I wasn't really... A lot of my childhood, I wasn't allowed to have sweet cereals because my mum was like health guru. Well, kind of. She knew what healthy food was at the very least. But oh man, when I did get to have Cocoa Pops, what a time. So it's just like, I don't even know what they're made of, like little chocolate rice puffs, I suppose. And then when you put the milk in it, your milk turns into like a chocolate milk at the end. Good experience. Delicious crunch. Yeah. I had to have like, we couldn't even have cornflakes. I think we had cornflakes. Cornflakes was pretty much a staple. It wasn't allowed to have like Cheerios or any of those like sugary ones. It's just chocolate rice bubbles. Yeah, pretty much. I loved rice bubbles actually. I think they're probably an A. I don't think they're S. Special occasion dessert ones. Yeah. Cordial. So cordial is kind of like Kool-Aid, I suppose. Super sugary, like concentrated sugary water that you mix with water with like 1 part cordial, 3 parts water or whatever. Overrated, in my opinion. Not as sugary as Kool-Aid. It depends what your fractions are, I suppose, what your ratios are. I think cordial's hell overrated. I didn't really like it when I was a kid. Some of them hit better than others. Didn't like the orange. The green was pretty good. The red was pretty good. The yellow was whatever. I always felt like as a kid, they were always, probably because like the sugar content, but I feel like they were always too watery whenever you'd have them. Like if you were served them at a birthday party or something, there was like a big cooler mixed with ice and stuff. Always too weak. Always wanted twice as much. I think it's like it's not inedible. I certainly wouldn't buy it now. And I didn't really like it that much when I was a kid, to be honest. So I think it's a D for me. Cornflakes, probably the most boring cereal of all time. You water your shit down when catering for other people's kids. True. Cornflakes, pretty meh. They are what they are. Cornflakes. They don't have any sugar or anything on them. They're just bland. But they're nice with yogurt. I used to have them with yogurt a fair bit when I was a kid. They're just a bit of a meh thing. They're not like anything really noteworthy, in my opinion. Cornflakes are just like whatever. If you're going for a tasty cereal, exactly, you get Frosty Flakes. They got sugar all over them. They're made nicer. Crunchy. Crunchy is a big like log of honeycomb smothered in chocolate. Not much beyond that. My gripe with Crunchy, so like overall, I enjoy the flavor of honeycomb with chocolate. However, you know when you get those ones where they're like, I don't know if they're a bit stale or whatever, but you bite into it and it's like super hard and it doesn't have that nice texture, or you bite into it and it's got way too many air bubbles and it just like crumbles. I'm just like, what? Yeah, there's like very rarely is there a good texture throughout the entire thing. Like there's no textural integrity throughout a crunchy. Overall, the flavor is delicious. It's not as good as a cherry ripe. I would probably go caramel koala over a crunchy in the right circumstances. So I think I'm going to leave it in C, to be honest. Yeah, it's actually a really interesting read. I remember talking about that. I think we talked about that on Pipe Up, I think. Fairy bread, topical. It was National Fairy Bread Day like 3 days ago on the 24th. Fairy bread is a staple in any birthday party when you're a kid. It is white as possible, white bread with butter and hundreds of thousands. And I literally have some right next to me because I still haven't put it away from when I made it the other day. Best thing to have. It's such a weird, it shouldn't work. It's so strange. It somehow just works and it's fun to eat. And as a kid, it was pretty rad. I had a bite of that. Yeah. I had a bite of it when I was doing the photos and I was like, how does this taste good? I don't think it's like SS. It's nowhere near as good as Crackles. It's definitely not as good as a cherry ripe. It's definitely got the nostalgia factor, but I think beyond that, it's not actually that good. A little overrated, I would say. But like as a kid, you know you're getting fairy bread at a party and it's like a great time. But just like, yeah, it has to be the right type. Yo, Nib, thank you for the 53, by the way. Yeah, I would say it's probably in the same vein as a bunning snag. It's like one of those things that like seems like a wicked idea and then you bite it and you're like, that's okay. I can probably go without that. So I'm going to leave it in C. It's not as annoying to eat as a minty or as lackluster as a bubbly bill, but it's not like that good. What's that one? Favorites? Oh, favorites? What's in a favorite box now? I moved my blur, so I'm just going to use it. Favorites, chocolate. What's in favorites these days? List. Oh, legend. Okay, so that's what's in a favorites box. So we got cherry ripe, dream, Morrow, dairy milk. Why is it so blurry? Dairy milk, caramel boost, picnic, dairy milk, mint. What the fuck is that? I don't know what that is. A flake and a Turkish delight. Ah, Freddos and stuff, really. Bubbly. Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, bubbly. Yep, cool. What's this one? That's different. Okay, so that's what's in a favorites box. Pretty good. Like, they're all pretty solid. Is there a... Okay, we go. So, dairy milk, good. Picnic, good. Dairy milk, caramel, good. Crunchy, good. Morrow, good. Boost, good. Old gold, good. Texture like good. Dream, can take it or leave it. It's probably going to be left in the bottom. Or what I normally do, because I don't really like white chocolate for me. Y'all are uncultured if you don't like Turkish delight. What I normally do with the white chocolate, because I don't really like it on its own, I'll take the white ones and the milk chocolate ones and put them together and create like top deck, because top deck is top fucking tier. So that's how you make dreams taste better. And then flakes great, cherry wrap's great. They're all fucking great chocolates. So it's like way better than, is it Celebrations? Celebrations has a weird variety. Celebrations chocolate. This is what's in a Celebrations box. Why are these photos such low res? That's what's in Celebrations. So Malteser, Galaxy something. I think it's Dove. Mars, Snickers, Twix, Bounty, Caramel, and Milky Way. Such a weird list. I don't know why. But favorites, S tier. If you give me a box of favorites, I'm not going to be mad about it. And I like everything that's in them. So I would rate... Yeah, the actual Turkish delight, like Turkish delight that's just a cube of stuff with like the flour on it or icing sugar on it. I probably wouldn't eat that, but that type of Turkish delight, delicious. So good. Freddo, to be honest, like overpriced for a tiny little mouthful, kind of the same as Caramello. It's fine. It's just dairy milk, but it's just smaller and more expensive. So, meh. I don't know why people don't like Old Gold. People think it's for old people because it says old in the name, but it's just dark chocolate. Dark chocolate is freaking delicious. So yummy. French fries. Weird. I used to like these when I was a kid. They're so small. Yeah, holy shit, Jeff, that was so yummy. So they're just like little, they're just like, they're super small and like super thin and really, really crunchy. Like great texture in these. Hurty in the mouth though, because they're so little and so crunchy. It's just like, you know, when you go to Macca's and you get fries and it's just like the teeny tiny crunchy ones. It's just a whole box of that basically. I haven't eaten them in, I don't even know how long, like so long. It's probably, I think they belong in the same vein as Cheezels, to be honest. Yeah, I'm happy with that. I think that I probably wouldn't go for them over Cheetos, but I probably, if there was Cheezels or French fries, I'd probably just have a little bit of both on my plate, you know? They've gotten a little bit more oily over time. I literally don't think I've eaten them since I was like 10. G's gonna hate me for this. Frog cakes. I think this is an essay only thing. I don't actually know what's in a frog cake. I have had them, but what is it? What is in a frog cake? Is it jelly? No. Is it just small dessert shaped to resemble a frog with its mouth open, consisting of a sponge base with a jam center, topped in artificial cream and colored with a thick layer of fondant. Yeah, fondant's like pretty... doesn't taste very nice. Fondant's not very nice. They're more just like a fun aesthetic. Let me show you like a close-up. Cake. Yeah, this is an essay thing. They're so cute though. Look at that little guy. Oh, that's a little guy. It's like an essay. Oh my god, that's hell cute. Oh, yeah, there you go. So it's sponge, and then that's icing, and then that's fondant. I haven't had them in forever. They're hell cute though. That's cream. Okay. Oh yeah, I see. Yeah. Super sweet icing. L fake cream dibber. Apricot jam. I think it's normally strawberry jam. He'd be screaming. So yeah, these are frog cakes. They are kind of like, in terms of aesthetics, they're cute, but they're also kind of cursed. Which I love them for that. I haven't, like, I've been to many bakeries that have them and I've never gone for one. Like if there's a Danish or something, I'm going for that over a frog cake every day of the week. Or like a chocolate croissant or something. I don't think they're bad. I think they're just kind of iconic because they're essay only. So like I have a bit of essay bias in this one. You've been to weddings with cakes made of frog cakes? Oh my god. Definitely like not inedible. They're definitely better than inedible. I would probably go for a frog cake over a berry bread though. Big chocolate crackle cake. I think it's a B. They're nostalgic, they're essay only. They're like kind of cursed but kind of cute, which I vibe with. But I wouldn't go out of my way to like, I feel like maybe these should be lower then. I think that's fine. Golden Gay Time. Yes, dear. Don't even talk to me. Vovo. No, don't even have to think about that one. They are the best. Vovo. There's so much stuff, right? They do look a bit like an axolotl. Just give them some little thingies and then you're sweet. Vovos. So these are coconut, raspberry and strawberry. I don't know. I haven't had Vovo for a hot minute. I do like coconut. Probably not the biscuit that I'd go for often. But if there was like some on the table, I'd probably go for them. I probably wouldn't go for them over a Monte Carlo or a mint slice though. Not as shitty as a minty. I just don't have a lot of feelings towards a Vovo, to be honest. Like, I'm not really passionate about it either way. It's not inedible. It's probably about the same as a cordial. It's like, it just exists. It doesn't really affect my life in any way. It's just kind of there. Jats, inedible. Terrible biscuits. Get off me. Never had jumpies. Wait, a jumpies? What the fuck's a jumpy? Jats, trash. If you bring jats on a cheese board, get out of my fucking house. Abominations. Basic bitch. Bullshit. Hey, gifter. Thank you for General Mayhem. Oh, well, General Mayhem, some gifty. Thank you. Kangaroo-shaped chip thing. I never had it. I was thinking it was like, what was the kangaroo dippy things? Dunkaroos. Are Dunkaroos on here? There's no Dunkaroos! I think a Gen Z made this. Bruh. All right, I've never had them. Kirk's creaming soda. Oh, because you've heard of one. I was what? Holy shit, I was about to lose my mind. Creaming soda. Fucking love creaming soda. Top tier. Lemon squash. Pretty fucking good. And Pasito. Despacito. Love it. Wait, you've never heard of one. Wait, oh my God, you've never heard of one. I read it. Oh my God. What? This? Why are all these images so small? Fuck's sake. Dunkaroos? What do you mean? You've never had these? They're little bickies. They're little chocolate. They're the best. And they also had like a strawberry variation. This is not it. Maybe they've changed it. Cinnamon Graham Dunkaroos? What the fuck is this? America? These are the Australian ones. They stopped making them. You can get them in America? America has... No. What are you doing? America, what is this? Is that a nipple? What did you do to our boy? Oh, dude. Tiny Teddies. Tiny Teddies. I don't think they're on the list either. Tiny Teddies are top tier. America doing American shit. Oh my God, Jeff. I can't believe that. What? What about Le Snack? Is Le Snack on here? This isn't made from people from the early thousands. What is this, America? Lamington? S. Maltesers? S. Mammy Noodles! I'm pretty sure everyone knows what Maltesers are. They're fucking awesome. Lamington is sponge cake coated in chocolate, coated in coconut. Delicious. Spongy. So good. Mammy Noodles. Meh. Normally stale. They're just like noodle snacks that you eat without putting any like water. You don't cook them, you just eat them raw. So they're just like crunchy noodle things that you put flavoring on and you take them to school. They're okay. Not my favorite. They normally come in like huge packets from like the reject shop and stuff. They're pretty meh. You cooked your mummy at lunch? Oh, Jeff! Oh, Jeff! Oh. Oh. Do you need a cuddle? I think they're not that great. Let's put them in the D tier. Meat pie. I'd say it's an A tier. It's not the best thing ever. It's a little overrated. Depends where it's from. If it's a Balfour's one, they're pretty whatever. But it's a staple. If like a good meat pie is top tier, but the average one that you're probably gonna get, it's fine. Meat pie. Is that Milo cereal? I think it's the one that's like a weird shape. It's like a there are more worse pies than amazing ones. Yeah, I mean we got the party pack here. This is definitely... Oh, there are Paddle Pops. I must say, like, if you go to like any bakery and get one, you're probably gonna have like a pretty excellent experience. But if you get one from like a supermarket and reheat it, it's gonna be shit. So it's very dependent on the situation. But in my life, going to a bakery, like a country bakery pie, 100%, yeah, like pretty heckin' good. 4 and 20, terrible. Yeah. Yeah, so the Milo cereal, I'm pretty sure this is the one that's shaped kind of like as if a coin has been run over and it's like this shape. These are like really mouth hurty, pretty yummy, but just doesn't have a lot of value. It's like doesn't exist in my realm really. Like a contact lens, yeah. They're fine, whatever. Milo though, like to be honest, Milo's overrated in my opinion. The only time that it was good as a kid is when you just had it straight out of the can with a spoon. And it's just, I don't know. I don't think it's that good. You need like way too much of it to make it taste good. And otherwise it just tastes like watered down chocolate milk. It's not that good. Yeah, Nesquik was real shit. I'd say it's probably a C. I don't rate it that high. Mint slice, A tier. Love a mint slice. Not the best thing ever. I don't really usually like minty chocolatey stuff. That like it's not my go-to, but I love a mint slice. They just perfected the chocolatey biscuit on the bottom, the gooey like mint slice, and the chocolate coating is just like the ratios are perfect. They've got a great mouth feel. It's a good time. It doesn't dissolve, and the creators just laugh at people furiously trying to stir their milk up. Yeah, no, it's just a poor design. It's not good. And it's overrated because people are like, oh, Milo. Monte Carlo's also top tier. Not S tier, but like a very, very, very good biscuit. I don't think there is. I think this is made from someone who was born in the late 2000s. Like these, I don't even know why these are here. I don't fuck with Uncle Toby's, that kind of stuff. Nutri-Grain's definitely better than Milo. Milo and ice cream? Yeah, true. I don't really rate a Chomp, to be honest. Love a Curly Whirly. Chomp, eh. Nutri-Grain purely because you can make nuts and bolts out of it. S tier. I think it's a pretty good one. I'm not gonna rate the oak because I don't drink oak. Ovaltine! Oh my god. Ovaltine, I didn't really fuck with that much, but when we were camping, it was always a little snack that we would have when we go camping. So I have like such fond memories of Ovaltine. So this is like the little beanies, isn't it? It's like Ovaltinies. Like these? Yeah. Oh my god, these. So they're like, yeah, little chocolate malts. I don't know what that says. They're just like little chocolate malt balls. Zero nutritional value, just like little chocolate buttons or something. I have another funny story. I never tried Ovaltines for years because one time at school there was a group of popular girls eating them. They told me you couldn't try them because they were actually medicine and they had a prescription for them. People at your school sounded like a-holes. Yeah, fuck them. Loved Ovaltines. Big camping time, big school time. They were fun. Yeah, just like powder. Yeah, I didn't want to keep that on the screen too long. Woo! Is that the banana one? Look, banana paddle pop, not my favorite. Chocolate one, S tier. Cyclone, S tier. Paddle pop, is that rainbow? Rainbow, A tier. Party pack of sausage rolls and shit. Meh, D tier. Pav! Pav is S. A good Pav. You don't get to experience a good Pav very much, but when you do, man, it is fucking glorious. I would, any occasion where there's a Pav on the table, I'm having a slice. I don't even care. Oh my god, yes, Nadia. Never won a prize beyond a free paddle pop. Best Australian dessert that's not actually Australian. This is very true. Oh, rice bubbles. I love Rice Bubbles. They're up with Cocoa Pops. Roll-ups. Roll-ups are a weird one. Roll-ups are just like a flat, pressed fruit roll-up. That was just like a sugar bar in a circle. Or in it's like a carpet rolled up. Yeah, it has to have like a whole fruit salad, totally. Every bite has to have like a strawberry or a blueberry in it. Fruit roll-ups, they were kind of they were a fun experience because you had that like the sheet that you peeled off it. So you'd unwrap it and then you have that moment of like the plastic peel off. That was always like, oh, it's like a new piece of tech, but a fruit roll-up, like, no. And they had like cool little drawings on them as well a lot of the time. Always hell chewy. I think this was the variation that I actually liked. It was like the berry one that had like the 3 berry flavors. That was yummy. I actually liked them quite a bit, but also really hard to eat, really sticky. And oh my God, did anyone else? Yeah, as a kid, they were sick. As an adult, terrible. There were kids in my school that would like nurse their roll-ups for such a long time, and they would like suck it into a point and then they would poke you with it when it went hard. Did anyone else's jerk friends do that to them at school? It was the worst. Because they were really hard, like they were really soft and you could melt them and like get them into a shape and then let them dry and they'd be like poke you. They're like fucking shank you with a roll-up. Yeah, look, I think they're overrated. They're like yummy and they're cool, but they're annoying as fuck to eat. Scotch finger? Yeah, I'd say all the biscuits, honestly, they're all pretty similar. Like they're all pretty solid. This is where it's gonna get complicated. Just get a pencil for your pencil case. Scotch fingers like dipped in a hot cup of tea. Delicious. Okay, shapes. Cheese and bacon. Yeah. Probably the same vein as Cheetos, to be honest. Barbecue. S. Cheddar. Like, just get out of my face. Chicken crimpies. S. Pizza. Yeah. That's where they live for me. Chicken crimpies and barbecue. Top tier. Cheese and bacon, take it or leave it. Pizza, meh. Cheddar, who the fuck are you? What are you even on this list for? What's that one? Barbecue Smiths, meh. Cheese and onion, S. Chicken, I'd go chicken chips over cheese and bacon balls. Original, whatever. Inconsequential. Salt and vinegar. Got to be the right time, but I'd go B tier. Atomic tomato chips. What's atomic tomato? Samboys? Am I blind? What? Where is it? It's not there. I've never heard of Samboy. Maybe someone from SA made this. I don't know what that is. Not big in SA. Yeah, I don't think I've seen them. Atomic tomato. Oh, they don't look like they're on here. I thought you said they don't look like that. I was like, what? Splice. Ooh, is a Splice better than a Calippo? Splice is pretty fucking good. The creamy and the outside together was real good. I love a Splice. So refreshing, but the milk ice cream kind of hecks me. But let's assume I'm not lactose intolerant. I think a Splice goes as hard as a Cyclone or a Paddle Pop, to be honest. Sunny Boy, A or S. TV Snacks Malt Sticks, A tier for sure. Tim Tams, A tier. Little overrated. Still good, but like they're so famous that everyone thinks they're like the greatest thing ever to eat, and like they're fine. Tiny Teddies are in here. Oh, thank God. Yeah, I think TV Snacks are actually sick. I really like the Malt Sticks, but just eat them too fast. It's not a fault of the product, but like I feel like they're a bit of a rip because the packet is so deceptive and you're like, oh, sick, I'm gonna get a packet, and then it's like got this much in the bottom and you eat like 10 of them and it's gone. So yeah, nah. Yeah, Sunny Boys, you end up just having like, oh, I've consumed quite a bit of plastic here. Tiny Teddy Chocky Chip. So we got chocolate chip, chocolate, honey, hundreds and thousands, and what? I don't know what that is. I haven't had that one, and I don't think I've ever had honey, and I don't think I've had hundreds of thousands. Oops. When do we make a list of evolutions? Plain Smith's chips in the budding snack. That's when it changes stuff. Absolutely. Tiny Teddy Choc Chip. S. Chocolate. Not as good. I think it was even a B. The chocolate chip was the fucking best. The chocolate ones were always like... They were always just like not quite enough chocolate flavor. They always felt like a little bit watered down, which is really strange. Lay's goes by Smiths in Australia. No, because we have Lay's as well. So Lay's, I'm pretty sure Lay's and chips, that Lay's and Smiths are different because we have Lay's chips as well as Smith's chips. Unless they're the same company. They just have different packaging, maybe. Because like Lay's sweet and, no, what is it? Sour cream and onion. Yeah. Yeah, Lay's are normally the thin cut, not crinkle. I'm not sure if they're the same company though. Turkish Delight, you know we love it. Or cheese twisties for me are an A, chicken ones are an S. Up and Goes, I don't fuck with Up and Goes. Vanilla Slice, oh god. VB, get off my list, inedible. Weet-Bix, okay. Lay's are different to Frito-Lay's owned by Smiths. Oh, okay. Interesting. Vanilla Slice. Look, I don't really like a vanilla slice. I think it's weird. It's like custardy and this weird pastry in the middle and then like this shit on the top. I don't really like it. It's not inedible. It's not quite inedible, but like I certainly wouldn't buy it at a bakery. Not for me. Vegemite, S. You already know. Wagon Wheel would be an A. It's not the best thing ever, but like I fuck with Wagon Wheel. Jats are on VB level. Jats are inedible. Weet-Bix are pretty good. I'd definitely go Weet-Bix over Milo cereal. And Whiz-Fizz, inedible. I don't like Whiz-Fizz. I think it sucks. So there you have it. Is that going to fit in the list? I never tried. Doesn't really matter. Jats are just nothing. They don't exist in my world. They have no value in my life. So there's our list. That's our Australian snack tier list. Tell me where I'm wrong. I'm probably going to put this on YouTube because I feel like tier lists are relevant over on YouTube. So if you're watching on YouTube, tell me in the comments, why am I wrong? And what are you going to do about it? So these things I've not ever tried, so they just don't even really matter. These things I think are inedible. These are above inedible, but like not even on my radar to eat. These are probably things these are mostly like here because I think they're mostly like overrated or just like Milo, for example. Milo has so much hype around it. It doesn't mix in with the milk. It doesn't actually really taste that good. And the only time it's ever good is on ice cream. In milk, it sucks. It's just a waste of space. These are things that I would probably go for if they were out on a platter. These are things I would absolutely like buy and probably have bought in the last little while. And then these are things that like I would eat without a second glance. So yeah, that's my Australian snack tier list. Let me know what you think. And if you're watching on YouTube, come over to the stream, come hang out. If you're watching here on Twitch, we're gonna pivot to some gaming.